How do we fix or at least minimize police violence in society? Well, I could tell you one thing. It's not through protests and it's not through reform. Okay. This I know for sure. People have been protesting police in this country since 1865. Excuse me, I got that date wrong. 1886. They're not even close. I don't know how I mixed that up. There was a Haymarket riot back in 1886, which was a police brutality protest. It started initially as a police brutality protest. So if we've been protesting police brutality for 100 and what, 50 years, why in the world is it going to just change overnight over one incident with George Floyd in these global protests, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense. I get it. People are upset. They don't know how to express themselves. Protests are a great visual representation of people who are just as frustrated as you, people who want to see change, people who want to see less police violence in society. I totally get that. I'm on board for protests, but believing that it's going to be the catalyst to implement real change is just short-sighted. So the libertarian view, the libertarian perspective is we decentralize. Right now, law enforcement in most countries, including this one, claim to be a legal monopoly on the use of violence. That creates a lot of problems because right now, police are funded through taxation. Taxation isn't something that is voluntary. It's extracted from us. Therefore, this money that funds police, it means that they have basically an unlimited supply of taxpayer funds. That doesn't really bode so well for incentive or motivation, right? That doesn't necessarily make police be an institution that's going to be accountable. In the market, if a business, an agency, a firm, if they're doing something that's undesired in society, we take our money elsewhere. We decide to not continue funding that. But when it comes to a monopoly, a government monopoly that's funded by taxation, we don't have any choice. They're going to continue to be funded. Not only that, we have no way of actually knowing whether or not they're actually using our tax dollars effectively, efficiently. Instead, they've perverted the institution of law enforcement. They've made it into a revenue generation scheme through quotas, through victimless infractions. That's not protecting and serving the public. What we need are protection and security services that are third party, that communities can voluntarily fund through their own means, and that they, with institutions and firms that they believe are going to be the best for their community.